Hey guys, welcome. Now, we're healing from crisis. And we're healing from crisis, the Seven of Swords, by connecting to the heavens on the path of the moon. And we're about to expand with the scarab beetle. And we received this message, the last couple of messages, okay? This is the time we're in. Because we're going to heal from our suffering. Remember, we're going to create peace from facing our pain. So it's time to surrender. It's time to surrender to transformation. It's another time of transformation and metamorphosis. We're going to activate here even further into self. So we're going to have victory, and we're expanding with our heart chakra. And we're doing that by doing solar plexus healing. That's what we're doing. We're healing from force. We're healing with the masculine. So we're going to stop fighting ourselves. We're going to stop this internal battle. We're going to stop fighting this activation. We're going to begin dreaming again. We have access to this cup that we're about to speak about. Okay? The cup of replenishment. And bear with me because we're going to expand with this message, but I'm going to bring you guys over here because I want you guys to see the cards even further, okay? And what we're doing is evolving. We're evolving with this cup. We've restored balance here. This is our evolution. Okay? But it's through facing death and transformation. This is a resurrection. And we're going to do that through restoring connection, healing from gluttony. And that is connected to our solar plexus right now. Our abundance is connected to healing with cancer, healing with the mother, learning how to nurture ourselves. We need to nurture ourselves properly so that we don't feel like we're feeling separate. We want to be selfish and we want to get in gluttony. Because we're out of balance, we're out of whack within. It's like, you know what? It's like, why you can ask yourself, it's like, why do I keep feeling the need to feed from the wrong space and place? But it's because you're out of balance within, you're out of whack within, right? This is all about healing with our chakras, those energy centers, those wheels, and get those wheels functioning properly. And it has to do with us. It has to do with our energy. It has to do with our divine blueprint. It has to do with those two serpents going up the staff and our kundalini. So we're healing with the devil. And this is the masculine supporting the feminine with her truth, and the feminine supporting the masculine with creation. The truth of self. The truth of honoring the balance of this space and place. We're doing that through honoring our universes from within to without, because I want to expand this even further. Now, this has to do with untying our karmic knots. And that's what we're doing here in the Eight of Cups challenge, the Eight of Water. And what I love within the Good Tarot is now we see that our ships are coming in, and a ship is coming in here, okay? As well as, look, there's a treasure chest open. And this is symbolism that's connected to our divine inheritance, abundance, okay? And it has to do with the Two of Cups. Untying the knots, our karmic knots, has to do with generosity and balancing our karmic scales. But it's through the earth. I know that card was hard to see with the glare. But it's through the earth, and it's giving back. And we're going to give back. We're ending selfishness. And remember, we're feeling selfish because we're feeling separate. And we're going to get to that in the next part. But we're going to give back. And this has to do with the Two of Cups, the equality, because we understand that all of life is connected. And life is even connected to destruction. The darkness, okay? The balance, the flow. And we're understanding here things here. We have knowledge. And then look at that bowl. That bowl is covered in water and La Luna is there. That means something. Okay? We're working with Taurus. I love Taurus. It's a slow and steady bull. Okay, guys? It's a slow and steady bull. Now, what we're doing is here, a rebirth is assured. We know that in this tarot, the devil is a bat. Now, signs and synchronicities, lit. Now, this is connected to, in the Eight of Water, the Eight of Cups challenge here, to the Princess of Pentacles. The feminine making the proper shapes in order to continue to create new patterns of new earth. But this is the thing, this is the key, okay? She knows both paths. One path is connected here to the devil, and the other path is connected to the lovers. We understand this, we honor this. We honor that we know both paths. We're experiencing both paths. Remember, this is the energy of the opposites uniting in order to heal, harmonize, raise the vibration, and expand. And that's what we're doing. We have to understand this. We have to understand this. And that's why we're destroying to create and creating to destroy. And we're in the flow. And this is connected to this cosmic egg of transformation, the eagle and the lion. This means the masculine is transforming. The peacock is connected to the phoenix. Not only that, the masculine has expanded with the cup, has created forward movement, momentum by expanding from the cup. And look, and I want you to see that crustacean, that crab is now gold. This also is symbolism and means that he's understanding the cup of replenishment. And he's understanding creation and destruction and creation. He's understanding the flow. He's understanding the balance. He's understanding how to use his energy. So now we both are expanding. And that peacock means that we face death and we had a metamorphosis. And it's connected to the replenishment, the Holy Grail. We are now making a new tune. We are changing our vibration here. Because why? We're understanding the Ace of Air. We're understanding the wind harp. We're understanding how to use the element of air in order to raise our vibration and heal. This has to do with healing. This has to do with creation. This has to do with untwisting things with the masculine. So we're in creation of harmony here. And this harmony is connected to our metamorphosis and the expansion. Remember, that crab molted from its shell, and it molted from its shell so many times. Now, the shell is gold. There's also a message of protection within that, because there's protection being honored within this. And it's connected to working with the sun now, expanding with the sun, because we're healing with force. This is healing with force. This is healing with the masculine, because we're honoring the feminine and we're honoring her place in creation. And we're honoring that this is happening with her. This is happening with her. And this is happening because of the masculine. And healing with force is how we heal from the Five of Wands charge. And this has much to do with solar plexus, our solar plexus. Where do we get our personal power from? And this has to do with our vitality. And this is also where our cords are connected, like umbilical cords. This is key, guys. This is key in understanding this. I want to get these back into place so that I can do the last row here of the cards, because I was called to share it in this way. But the Virgo in my chart is coming out, guys. I have to have everything perfection. Perfection. Okay. So here we understand through our 8 of Cups challenge and our connection to our 2 of Cups. And this has to do with blossoming through the mud and purification, working with the lotus. Not only working with the lotus, but expanding with the lotus. And the gold cups. But there's 2 here, one for the masculine and one for the feminine. And this is working with Venus and Cancer, the mother and love, the feminine, creation, right? How we're birthing it to expand it. So here we understand we pulled together the shapes we needed, the negative tetrahedron, the feminine, the positive tetrahedron, the masculine, in order to create enough energy to expand. We need to create this much energy. Like, this is enough energy to start a car and get it going. And it's going to go really far to other dimensions, okay? And we're understanding this here. It's working with the masculine. It's healing with force, from force. And force is connected to aggression. We have forced ourselves for far too long where to expand, when to expand, what to expand. No, this is honoring the feminine within us, our access to our 13 spheres of knowledge, and expanding that. We're expanding self. We're expanding us. And we are connected to the creator and creation. We're untwisting it, guys. We're untwisting it. And this is where, okay? Look, that's with the devil. That's where we take our energy back when we heal with force, because here we still want to drink from that cup because we're still forcing ourselves to do something. We're not honoring our solar plexus. We're not honoring our personal power. We're still feeling forced. So guess what? We want to play with the devil. But remember, this is about facing the devil. A rebirth is assured with that spirit. And we got this message. A rebirth is assured because we're healing with the mother. We're healing with the father. And this is where we begin to pull it together. We're pulling it together. We're working with the sacred circle of light, the feminine. We're expanding with the masculine, the positive tetrahedron that is connected to our solar plexus. But look, we're working with La Luna. Now, this is where things change. This is where things shift and we restore balance. Because we're working with the sun and the moon. Well, I can put it like this. Let's put it like this. We're working with the sun and the moon, but we also have the other elements present. We're creating to destroy and destroying to create. And we're about to destroy something in order to create it. And it is connected to the balance of the sun and the moon and the lovers. And our authentic tune. Our authentic rhythm. We all have one, guys. Every single one of us. Our circadian rhythm. And this is what we're honoring. And we know the scarab beetle teaches us to use our toxicity, our dung, our shit as fuel to get to where we're going. But we need to see it. And here we've not seen it. We've honored it, but we've expanded with it because we know how to destroy what's lower vibrational in order to continue to raise our vibration, because we're healing with force. We're allowing ourselves to play our authentic tune and rhythm because we're honoring time for rest. We're honoring time for night. We're honoring time for rejuvenation. We're honoring time to look at the negative, grieve with it, heal with it, and then apply the force where we feel we need to work with the masculine and honor the feminine and expand with our authentic tune. And our authentic tune is connected to the healing song, our evolution of the species, and that's connected to Mother Earth's healing song. And La Luna is helping us to achieve this, as well as I want you to see our ancients. They're keeping us on target. The glare is, the glare is not so good here, guys. There we go. So is the sun, okay? We're honoring the sun here. We're honoring the light. And we're honoring that the moon reflects the sunlight connection, okay? So here within the Knight of Pentacles, we've created forward momentum with the masculine, and we're protected because we've done all of this healing work. And how is this happening? We are going to honor the fact that Spirit has a plan. Okay? Koala Spirit came to let us know Spirit has a plan. And it's helping us to heal from the Five of Wands charge. And it's doing that by helping us to see how to create peace and restore balance on the path of the moon. And we're doing that by, of course, working with the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands. This is where we have a fertility and new beginnings. And it's because we understand how to create peace, but it's a balance. It's the meeting of these two paths, okay, guys? And us being the balance in between and taking back our energy, taking back our right to create new patterning. The patterning of new self, the patterning of the balance. We are the center. We are the center, and La Luna is trying to teach us this in order to create our authentic tune and rhythm, and that's what's happening. And that's how we're going to heal from the Five of Wands charge. We're going to heal with force. And this is where things shift. This is where we have the choice. Are we going to continue to repress our authentic tune and our heart chakra be out of whack? Or are we going to honor our authentic tune and rhythm and play it? And look, that's working with the sword, the positive and negative, as well as the connection to our ancients and ancestors. And look, we go from misfortune to fortune. Spirit has a plan, guys. Spirit's got a plan. And then we expand with the world. We expand with our wisdom. We expand thanks to La Luna literally having our back. And what are we doing to get there? We're facing our fears. And we are adding the positive charge to the negative. And this is, working with those 7 deadly sins that all correlate to each chakra and adding the positive charge to each chakra. Here are the 7 deadly sins. And here are the 7 heavenly virtues. And we're going to say a great thank you to the Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck. Beautiful, spectacular. Love the images, guys. Beautiful. All right, guys, we're at the grand finale here. Let me finish clearing this out. So, remember, we've healed from force. We've healed with force. We've healed with the masculine. So, we're no longer in tyranny. We're in structure. We're forming new patterning. We're forming with the patterns of New Earth. And look, he's got the apple in his hand. I love you, Patch. I love you. And why? Because we're working with the feminine. Because, look, we have to heal with force so that we can expand. And, look, the feminine can feed. The feminine can nurture. She has to nurture herself first with the masculine. And she's holding the earth. Not only that, look at that. She's restored connection within. She's working with La Luna. We're no longer neglecting ourselves. We're nurturing ourselves. We're nurturing our rhythms, our patterning, our natural patterning, connected to our divine blueprint. And our divine blueprint is connected to the blueprint of creation. and this universal expansion that we're on, okay? And not only that, guys, she has the lotus. She has a lotus from the Two of Cups. She understands equality, and she understands her equality is here. Working with the feminine and masculine within, as well as nurturing the inner child by honoring the divine, by honoring the creator, by honoring the mother, by honoring the father, okay? So these guys are going to allow us to heal from worry and our lack of through the earth. Our separateness, we're not going to feel like we're in stagnation and we want to withdraw because we're going to connect to our pattern. Look, Spirit's here to say, here's your divine blueprint. Connect to you. Connect to yourself. So that allows us to end cruelty and heal from fear. And we embrace the all. We embrace everything. We release in order to embrace. We're going to release that fear so we can embrace a new beginning, a new chapter. And it's connected to, of course, our prosperity. We're ending deprivation by expanding into new earth. And it's with our truth. That this pattern here is going to help us grow this tree and expand with it. And look at how many cups we had to fill in order to get to this place. Look at how many lessons we had to learn and expand with. And this is connection to the sun and the moon. All right? And how did we do this? We used those 13 spheres of knowledge. The Princess of Wands. Look, because we healed with force. We healed with the masculine. And look, we're enthusiastic. We're no longer hedonistic. And that's connected to the devil, right? We're restored compassion through the earth. Okay? We're healing from repression here. We've activated patterns of self with the Ace of Cups. But I love this because it's through the earth. You can tell this cup is connected to the earth. And of course it is. The water, the mother, is connected to the daughter, the earth, working together in order to restore compassion and expand. And that's connected to our electromagnetic field. And of course, the sacred circle of light, which is what we're expanding here. But why? Because we feel from force and we understand where we get our personal power from. So we're going to take these 13 spheres of knowledge and we're going to apply them through the earth with the Prince of Discs. And when we apply them, we're going to break through this cocoon and expand life through the earth. And then look, there's the grid, the collective that we're working with. And look, we're having a crown chakra activation. Transformation is at hand. But I want you to see it's because of that bull. That bull is right there, and that's from the Six of Pentacles, because we're restoring balance through the earth. We're adding that generous charge. We're giving back to life. We're not taking from it anymore. We're giving back to it, and we're going to heal and do better for ourselves and do better for the planet, because we're going to learn how to take care of ourselves and heal ourselves, and through learning how to do that, we're going to heal the earth and take better care of the earth. And this is where we've achieved expanding that pattern. We're expressing it. We're not being manipulative. It's the Prince of Cups, guys. We've expanded the patterning. Patch, you've done such a spectacular job. I love it. So now we're growing. We're growing with Venus. We're growing through the earth with a Virgo. We're no longer in decay. Remember, decay is death. Death of life, death of the earth. And that's okay in balance. But out of whack, out of balance, we're in destruction. Massive destruction, fear, chaos. We've upset the balance. No, we came here to restore the balance. There's an overabundance of decay. We have to have now an overabundance of growth in order to restore the balance. And we're in the process of doing that because we're ascending. And this is connection to Mesopotamia, the cradle of life, where it all began. Okay, and our connection to Aquarius, New Earth, we're ascending here. And look, we're ascending in the sacred circle of light because we understand this. So what are we doing? We're having a completion and an embodiment of the crown, working with the crown chakra, because we understood this here through the earth when we expanded. And this is what we're restoring. We're restoring joy from lust. This connection, this is the restoration of innocence, guys, and we need this. We need this. And every one of us is understanding why we need this in our own unique way. This is getting back to the center of self. And when we get back to the center of self, we get to the center of everything else. And we need that in order to work with the mother and father and expand. This is that balance. This is the balance. The balance between these spaces and places in order to move forward. And that is right here. We've restored this through self, within. Within. And what this does is then this expands without. And it's expanding this. Now let's expand off this guy.